emotional story on the heartbreak that changed Rihanna forever. Rihanna was a bright and cheerful 16-year-old girl who lived in a small town with her mom, dad, and little brother. She loved singing, dancing, and writing poems about life. Her voice was like honey, soft and sweet, and everyone who heard her sing said she had a gift. Her best friend since childhood was a boy named Jordan. They met in kindergarten when he shared his lunch with her because she forgot hers. From that day on, they were inseparable. They played video games together, watched the stars at night, and even started a small music band with other friends. As they grew older, Rihanna began to see Jordan differently. He was kind, funny, and always knew how to make her laugh when she was sad. One summer evening, while they sat by the lake watching the sunset, Jordan finally told her how he felt. "Rihanna," he said, his voice shaking a little, "I think I'm in love with you." Rihanna's heart skipped a beat. She smiled and said, "I think I've been in love with you for a long time, too." From that moment on, they became boyfriend and girlfriend. They spent every free minute together. They went on bike rides, wrote songs, and dreamed about their future. Rihanna felt like she was living in a fairy tale. She would often write about him in her diary. "Jordan is my sunshine. He makes me feel like I can do anything. I hope we're still together when we're old." But life isn't always like a happy song. One day, Jordan started acting strange. He was quieter than usual, and sometimes he wouldn't answer her texts or calls. Rihanna thought maybe he was stressed with school or his family. But one afternoon, after choir practice, she found him talking to another girl, Lena, the new girl in school. They were laughing and standing close. Rihanna froze. Her heart pounded in her chest. When she walked up to them, Jordan looked surprised. "Hey Ray," he said nervously. "We were just talking." Rihanna tried to smile, but it hurt too much. Later that night she called him. "Is there something going on between you and Lena?" she asked softly. There was silence on the line. Then Jordan said, "I don't know what I feel anymore." Those words hit Rihanna like a storm. She couldn't sleep that night. She kept thinking about all the moments they shared. The laughs, the dreams, the promises. It didn't make sense. A few days later, Jordan broke up with her. "I'm sorry," he said. "I think I'm falling for someone else." Rihanna didn't cry in front of him. She just nodded and walked away. But when she got home, she locked herself in her room and cried until she fell asleep. For weeks, she felt empty. She stopped singing. She stopped writing. Even her friends noticed she wasn't the same. One day, her mom sat beside her and said, "Heartbreak feels like the end of the world right now. But someday you'll look back and realize it made you stronger." Rihanna didn't believe her then. But slowly, things began to change. She started listening to music again. Then she picked up her pen and wrote a song. It was full of sadness, but also hope. She sang it one day in front of her friends and they were amazed. "You should keep doing this," one of them said. "You're amazing." So Rihanna did. She poured her pain into her music. Every note, every word came from her heart. People started noticing her talent. A local radio station played one of her songs, then another. Soon people were asking who she was. And through all of that, Rihanna changed. She was no longer just the girl who used to dream about love. She was a strong young woman who turned her pain into beauty. She learned that not everyone stays forever, but that doesn't mean your dreams have to die. Years later, when she was famous and singing on big stages, reporters asked her about her early songs. "Some of them are about a boy I once loved," she'd say. With a soft smile, "He broke my heart, but he also helped me find my voice." She never forgot Jordan, but she also never let one heartbreak define her whole life. Instead, she let it shape her into someone braver, stronger, and more beautiful than ever before. The end.